Podcast doesn't exist, episode 33. And guess what? Early morning edition, 9:30, 8 a.m., bright early with the rooster crows, motherfuckers. That's how we do it here for episode 33. We mark this one on our calendars as probably one of the most special episodes of the season, just because it is going into the All-Star break. We got the Home Run Derby tonight. Who you got in the Home Run Derby tonight, Jack?
I do not.
All right, well.
Also, it's episode 32.
33. And a lot of teams going to the All-Star break, a lot of teams limping into the All-Star break, a lot of teams roaring loud like a lion. And one of those teams, the team of all teams right now, is the Boston Red Sox, who a lot of people were calling them the Boston Red Sox. Not too long ago, just a week or two ago, there was the Boston Red Sox. Not anymore. It's the Red Soxes. The Red Soxes are on a 10-game win streak, all right? They're 13-2 over the last 15 games, all right? Which is crazy because if you remember not too long ago, when they traded Devers, Mitchell said it was the worst trade of MLB in MLB history. He said it was one of the worst trades of the decade. Mitchell, didn't you say it was going to set the franchise back like years? Months, at least? Centuries. Well, you were fucking wrong. But the reaction to the Devers trade, would you say it was harsh?
I think it was pretty fair.
Fair? Well, have you seen what happened since the Devers trade?
I have, and I was wrong.
So was it fair? I mean, you got quotes pulled up right now.
Yeah, I mean, one American League executive said, "Holy fuck, that's all the Red Sox got."
Holy fuck, that's all the Red Sox got? Freaking out, cursing the teams. They'll never cheer for the team again, people were saying online. Red Sox fans were more mad than anybody. One scout said, "That's all the Red Sox got," quote. I know Mitchell just said that. But also, since the Devers trade, Red Sox, 17-9 since this trade. They're the second best team in baseball since the Devers trade. They're the most valuable team in baseball when it comes to the DH position. Get that. So the Red Sox DHs, since trading Devers, have 1.2 WAR and an 877 OPS. Those are the most valuable DH position in the league. Okay? So Scott Breslow, remember when they traded Devers? How pissed were people at Scott Breslow? When Scott Breslow went to the media and said, we might be better than without Devers, people laughed at him. I mean, the amount of backlash that guy got for making a trade. But he was kind of right. I mean, as of now, the most valuable position for a DH is the Boston Red Sox, all right? And that's basically just been Roman Anthony. The guy's been amazing. This rookie, Roman Anthony, since the Devers trade, he's batting .300, slugging .456. He's been the second most valuable DH in the league since then. They also got Masataka Yoshida coming back. That's a good lefty split. He fucking rakes against righties, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's one of his main attributes. The guy can slug it, bro. On the other end of the spectrum, Rafael Devers hasn't been as good. He struck out 30% of the time, batting 100 points lower than Roman Anthony, and has been a league average hitter according to WRC+. That is the big trade acquisition, Rafael Devers for the Giants. This just came out too. Devers is now dealing with an injury. He's been suffering from disc injury in his lower back. A disc injury in his lower back, had an MRI, but is continuing to play through it. Melvin says, his manager says, the biggest issue for him is running the bases. He's also saying it's one of the reasons he's not playing first base. So Devers can't fucking run. You saw the clip of him hit that double the other day and just slam his helmet hard as fuck. And everyone's like, why is this guy pissed after just hitting a double? I'm guessing it's because of his leg. Now, I don't know if the Red Sox knew that he was dealing with an injury at the time, but to me, that makes a big difference. Like, obviously for this season, it makes a massive difference. But if you're the Giants and you're getting an injured Rafael Devers, it's a big difference.
Huge difference. The Giants fans think they're acquiring a star, and what they're acquiring is an injured DH who can't run, maybe can't hit, and definitely can't field.
Yeah, if he can't hit, then Rafael Devers is one of the worst players in the league because we know that he's a top 10 DH in the league. No, that's really an understatement. Top 10 hitter in the league, but he doesn't field, he doesn't run well. So if he can't hit, you just got something. What would you call it? Spoiled goods, Mitch?
with
Rotten
10
milk.
years left. What, 7 years left on his contract?
Spoiled milk, bro. You just acquired spoiled milk. Red Sox said, hey, we're the milkman. We'll give you some milk. We got a trade for you. They gave him the milk. And the Giants were like, all right, we'll give you some of these these prospects for it. Red Sox, they think they got a steal. Guess what? The milk was expired. Rafael Devers might be expired milk. I don't think he's expired milk, but he's not playing very well, all right? But when he goes to San Francisco, this is had all the Red Sox fans' panties in a bunch. He goes, quote, I'm here to play whatever position they need me to play. First day he's there, he's taking ground balls at first. Looks like it's going to be a storybook season for the Giants. He gets a standing ovation in his first game. Go-ahead double in the second inning, 111 miles per hour off the bat. He goes 2 for 5 with a double in his first game, but since then he's batting under 200, and he's only the 21st ranked DH in the league since getting traded. Now, granted, it's been 1 month, so it's too early to say Devers is, spoiled milk and a piece of shit loser. I would never say about Devers. I do respect the hell out of Devers. The performance hasn't been there yet, but this is less about Devers being an embarrassment and the Red Sox just being able to replace him in a way that was like extremely surprising to almost anybody in the league. And then also they don't have the drama. There's more drama with Devers that we covered last episode. This is more development. So there was a story coming out of Boston or Boston, San Francisco. The Boston media picked it up that Devers was asked or was told that he would get a one-on-one first base lesson from former first baseman Will the Thrill Clark, a Giants legend. And Devers said, okay. Will Clark went to 3 games in a row to first base to play with Devers. Devers did not show up 3 times. Now, that's a bad look. A lot of people had their reactions to that. How are you going to stiff a legend, a franchise legend in Will the Thrill? Will the Thrill comes out and defends him a little bit, says, I understand why he didn't want to play first base practice with me because it was during the Red Sox series. Red Sox were 20 feet away. Would have been a whole media circus, blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. But Will the Thrill did end it with saying, Devers, you're going to play first base with me, and I'm going to teach you first base, sonny boy. So we're still waiting for that. But now with the leg injury, I don't know. Maybe Mitchell, that's the reason why.
I mean, that's what they said.
That's the reason why he hasn't been playing with Will Clark at first base.
Or just playing first base in general.
Yeah.
I don't know about Will Clark.
If you can't play first base with a hurt knee or whatever it is, a disc is back, then you can't practice with it either. Either way, Will the Thrill Clark, he responded to the journalist, radio host or whatever who broke this story and whatnot. Here's what Will Clark had to say about it.
Will Fleming, you can go fuck off, motherfucker. All right? You want to fucking take a conversation that we're having and then blow it out of proportion because you're a fucking East Coast piece of shit reporter? Fuck off. All right?
So Will the Thrill wasn't too excited about that. They think it's out of proportion. I mean, Devers, like I said, he's got a good excuse. If he's got a hurt back, you don't want him out there practicing. That's a guy you need to hit. You didn't get Rafael Devers to play first base. Yeah, it helps. So Devers has been struggling. The Giants, since the trade, are 11-15, so they have actually gotten worse since the trade. The Red Sox have gone the other direction. The Red Sox, even before the Devers trade, if you go back to June 1st, they have the second best record in baseball. Since the Devers trade, like I already said, second best record in baseball, most valuable DH spot in baseball. Right now, they're on a 10-game winning streak. All right, they swept the Nationals, they swept the Rockies, and they moved up to third place. Yeah, sure, Rockies, Nationals, probably the two of the most dog shit teams in the league. Would you say, Mitch?
Yeah.
Who's your number one dog shit team in the league?
Rockies.
Okay. So you beat the number one dog shit. What would you put the Nationals in dog shit rankings?
Probably second.
Second place.
Right?
Interesting. That's actually.
Where would you put them?
I mean, the Pirates have been playing very good. The Pirates have kind of gotten their. I'd put the Nats in front of the White Sox. I'd put the Nats in front of the White Sox. I'd give the Pirates the edge because I like the Pirates pitching. But you're right. They're a bottom 3 dog shit team for sure. Nats not the best team going on in Washington. But the the Red Sox take care of business. You can't pick who you play. Also, Lucas Giolito. No one's talking about Lucas Giolito. Last 6 starts, .70 ERA. I think he's got the best ERA in baseball during that stretch. He shut out the Rays, shut out the Mariners, shut out the Blue Jays and the Rockies during that stretch. Like I said, Rockies, #1 dog shit team in the league, but Rays, Mariners, and Blue Jays, those aren't bad offenses, and he shut down all 3 of them, bro. Lucas Giolito, watch out. Since June 7th, Trevor Story, 14th most valuable player by WAR. Trevor Story turned his shit around. What was he before that, Mitchell? He had the start of the season off terrible.
He was one of the worst shortstops in the league. I think people were talking about how big of a mistake the Story contract is, and now he's at like 2.5 WAR. Like a great shortstop.
Story's turned it around. He led the league in runs scored in July. Was that him or the Red Sox?
I don't know.
Maybe I put that in.
I'm pretty sure you put that there.
Anyway, Yoshida returns too. He goes 3 for 4 with a double and RBI. That's another guy. They get Yoshida back. Masataka Yoshida is back playing. The Red Sox hadn't had him all year. He could fucking hit. Alex Bregman comes off the IL. Alex Bregman initially thought he'd be out 12 weeks. This guy, I mean, I'm not going to say he's on HGH, but he's on something, all right? Just kidding. He's not on anything, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a compliment saying he's on HGH. He has maybe his body naturally produces more HGH than regular because that healing process, holy crap, dude. Thought it was going to be 12. It was 7. So Bregman's back. Romy Gonzalez, I don't even know how to say it, Mitch.
Yeah,
Romy. Best hitter in baseball in July, minimum 38 plate appearances. He's got a 267 WRC plus. And Cedane Rafaela. This guy's been lights out, all right? So, the Red Sox, man. Oh, fuck. I don't have the clap button anymore.
I think you do.
Yeah. Attaboy, Jack. All I need is some positive reinforcement sometimes. I think I don't have the applause. Jack's like, you got the applause, man.
Even if you didn't, bro, we would clap right now for you.
I respect the fuck out of that.
I don't think we can clap unless
Well, we have to
like
hold down the...
clap.
But we can clap together like this while we hold down the buttons.
Clap it up for the Red Sox. So they go into this 4-game series this weekend against the Rays. All right, they're a game and a half back from the Rays, who are in 3rd place. So the Red Sox are in 4th place in the AL East going into this series, going against a 4-game series against the Rays. They're division rivals. They went down early. They were trailing 3-1 in the 7th inning in Game 1, and the Rays do this move where they kind of raid themselves here. There's this guy, Brian Baker, who was on the Orioles, right? They trade for Brian Baker at 10 a.m. on a Thursday. They get this new reliever in the house. So then, fucking 10 hours later at 8:50 p.m., it's 3-1. They're winning 3-1. Who are we going to put in the game? How about let's put the guy who we just traded for 10 hours ago. This guy was an Oriole 10 hours ago. He gets on the freaking Amtrak or whatever, goes from Baltimore to Boston, shows up, who knows what time. He probably wasn't even there by the time the game started. Who knows? And they put this guy in the day they traded for him in a 3-1 game. This guy ends up blowing it, gives up 3 runs in 1 inning, walks 2 guys, gives up 2 hits in 29 pitches. So they blow that game by putting this guy in. And Brian Baker, by the way, I mean, I'm not familiar with Brian Baker really before this, but the turn of this guy's season is crazy. So starting Tuesday's outing against the Mets when he was on the Orioles, Baker had a 2.58 ERA. So a good reliever for the Orioles. Potential trade piece the Orioles were thinking. He allows 7 runs in 1 inning on Tuesday. So his ERA goes to 4.12 after that outing. Okay, so he gives up 7 runs in 1 inning on Tuesday, gets traded on Thursday, goes to the Rays. The same day he gets traded, pitches that night, gives up 3 runs in 1 inning, and blows the lead. Terrible fucking week for Brian. Very, very bad week for Brian.
Our hearts and minds go out to you, Brian. Sending love your way.
Mr. Baker.
I bet he has to use the All-Star break to pack up his apartment, too.
Yep.
Dude, the fact that in the doc you guys put, and he did this in front of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner.
No, they weren't there. Rest
They
assured, to Brian Baker, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner did go to the Red Sox game, but that was on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So Ben Baker got to save that. But what's going on with Ben Affleck? Front row at the Red Sox game. I thought he was with J-Lo, Mitchell.
No, he and J-Lo split
Shut the
a
fuck.
while ago. He's just rotating Jennifers.
But this girl, Jennifer Gardner, they have kids together.
This is his second Jennifer. So he married Jennifer Lopez,
So they
broke up with Jennifer Lopez, married Jennifer Gardner, broke up with Jennifer Gardner, married J-Lo again, broke up with J-Lo, and I don't know if they're back together.
Are they back together or not?
I don't know.
Jack, you can read body language.
There's chemistry, but here's the thing. They also did the Daredevil movie together. She was Elektra.
Oh,
I
and
feel like they might just have, they might just be cool, to be honest.
a good working relationship.
Also, the fact that you said this girl, Jennifer Gardner, is great.
She's in all the Capital One ads.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner is a great actress. You know, I have not watched a lot of her movies, but rest assured, I'm a big fan. All I got to say about Ben Affleck is I know the whole thing because, you know, J-Lo and A-Rod honestly were a great couple, and I was really into that. So when J-Lo broke his heart, and then A-Rod made the Instagram story, and he filmed the picture of them together and played the sad song behind it, it really broke my heart. And to see her get together with Ben Affleck so soon after that, I thought that was a little disrespectful to A-Rod, a guy who was close to 700 home runs. So you're going to leave A-Rod to go to this fucking guy, Ben Affleck? Why? Because he's in fucking stupid movies no one even likes?
Wait, Mitch, how many home runs does Ben Affleck have?
0.
0.
Oh, can you drop a bomb for me real quick? Thank you.
Eat my dick, Ben Affleck.
Who do you think speaks better Spanish, though? Ben Affleck
Or
A-Rod?
A-Rod?
or J-Lo?
I'm gonna go J-Lo.
I'm going to go J-Lo too.
Because she could probably speak fast as hell.
Yeah.
You have never heard Benito Affleck speak Spanish, then?
Benito Affleck.
I don't need to hear Ben Affleck speak Spanish.
I actually have heard him speak Spanish in a movie, now that I think about it, but
Is he good?
he's no A-Rod.
Well, anyway, they were at the game on Saturday, and this was a big game for the Red Sox. Hunter Dobbins, this is another little side story. This guy comes back from a elbow injury. I'm not sure how serious the elbow injury was. They called it an elbow injury. First game back, tears his ACL covering first base. So that's another big blow for the Red Sox in the game, too. They go down 3-0 in that game. In the bottom of the ninth, they only have an 11% chance to make the game. And Ceddanne Rafael hits probably the most electric home run of the season. Like, fucking over the green monster. 2-run shot, Mitch, right?
2-run shot.
2-run shot down by 1, just wins the game in a swing. And we got the call. Let's just hear how fucking electric it was in Boston.
Wow. Red Sox win 5-4.
He hit the Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow. Red Sox. And you heard it there, guys. Red Sox win 5-4. That's the call from the Rays. I mean, they just took the Rays' heart out of their chest. Jack's Rays. Oh, my God. They took the Rays' heart out of their chest, put it on the ground, and stomped on it.
They can't do it. They can't win.
Don't do that, man. Anyway, so they beat the Rays 2 games in a row. Third game, they bring out Garrett Crochet, shuts them fucking down. Garrett Crochet, complete game shutout. This guy's second best pitcher in baseball this year, 2.23 ERA, already has 10 wins, and shuts the Rays down. 9 strikeouts, gives up 3 hits, complete game shutout. They win that game 1-0. So another feather in the Red Sox front office cap. I mean, the amount of shit the Red Sox front office has gotten the past month for making this trade, seemingly they don't want to spend. The rumors that they're going to trade Duran, they're rebuilding. The front office fucked it up again, and now look at it. They've turned this around. They're looking genius right now. I mean, it can change, but not only do they have that Crochet deal that looks amazing right now. He's worked out great. Alex Bregman's an all-star. He's worked out great. Now he's back in the lineup, and they replaced Devers perfectly so far. So Ceddanne Rafaela, sorry that way I skipped him in his walk-off home run. Since June, this guy's batting over 300 and OPS over 1,000. All right, so there's another guy the Red Sox got. I mean, all of a sudden, the Red Sox got some fucking guys. Game 4, Ceddanne Rafaela hits another home run. They shut down the Rays again. They only score 1 run against the Red Sox, complete a 4-game sweep, and now the Red Sox are only 3 games behind first place, baby. 3 games behind first place. Do you think that Mitch, I need your honest opinion as the expert in the room. Are they legit? You think this is real or do you think it's fake?
So, I think it's real. They have a logjam in the outfield. Normally, that's a bad thing, but all 4 outfielders, you trade that, you swap it out with a good pitcher, a good reliever, a good starter, and a good reliever, you just get even better. Take care of that logjam. Like, they've got an MLB level asset at the deadline, and it's not going to make them any worse.
So you're thinking about a trade. You want to trade one of these guys.
I think right now they have to. So Yoshida came back, and since Yoshida came back, Yoshida sat a game, Anthony sat a game, Willer Abreu sat a game, and Jarren Duran. Jarren Duran has not sat a game. But they're just rotating all of these outfielders to make way for Yoshida. And I don't think it would hurt them to trade one of these guys. Obviously not Roman Anthony. You can't trade your top prospect.
You can't trade Roman Anthony.
But like Duran or Yoshida, you can trade and basically swap out one of their outfielders for like a pitcher of any sort. You just get better and your outfield stays the same.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. I'd hate to be, I'm sure Red Sox fans, they really want more trades going down, but 4 outfielders and a logjam. I mean, that's probably the need. Their probably big need right now is what, starting pitching or relief pitching?
I think they could shore up starting pitching. Every team could use a reliever, but like even their starting, Walker Buehler's been their worst starter this month, and it's just a 4 ERA.
Yeah,
Not bad.
They've had an amazing month. I mean, maybe we're just grading them on a curve because their month had been so good, but like since July, their playoff odds on July 2nd were 16%. Now they're 55%. So that is literally in 2 weeks, they've increased their playoff odds by 40%. Right now, they are in a playoff spot.
If you told me even 2 weeks ago that at the All-Star break, the Yankees and the Red Sox would have the same number of wins, I'd be like, no way. But they have the same number of wins at the break. The Red Sox have 2 more losses, but they have the same number of wins.
Same amount of wins as the Yankees. So the big, bad Yankees, just 1 game better than the Red Sox right now. So give it the fuck up for the Red Sox. And Red Sox Nation for holding your team and your front office accountable and trying, like, I mean, those Red Sox fans were literally like, they're, mixing elixirs and shit, trying to poison the front office, trying to kill Breslow. Now Brislow's a hero. I saw him outside the game. They were chanting, like, don't trade Duran. He had a smile on his face. Like, that guy has had a hell of a month. But Breslow's feeling good going to the All-Star break. I hope he's got a good vacation lined up. Him and the family can relax a little bit because that guy's probably got no sleep this month. The Rays, on the other hand, they've gone the opposite direction. The Rays, because every time you win a game, some team has to lose a game, and they fell on the wrong side of this 4-game sweep by the Red Sox. Their playoff odds, you go back about the same time the Red Sox, they had an 81% chance to make the playoffs on June 28th. This is the time the Red Sox kind of started heating up. Right now, 36. So that's a 50% drop in about 2 weeks for the Rays. Jack's freaking Rays. Which I'm not going to say it's good that the Rays are losing, but I think MLB might be a little happy because you imagine if the Rays make the playoffs and they have to play.
They were sweating a World Series appearance by the Rays.
Dude, I mean, a Rays playoff, because the Rays are obviously, we know, maybe you don't know, but now you do, that the Rays are playing in a minor league stadium / spring training facility, the New York Yankees spring training facility. And if they make the playoffs, I don't think MLB wants to do a playoff series in a spring training facility. So the Rays, who already struggle with attendance, even when they are the best team in baseball, I mean, they didn't even sell out their playoff games 2 years ago, last time we were in the playoffs. If they send the Rays to Atlanta, because I think the theory is that they're going to either play, if they make the playoffs, they're going to play it in Atlanta or play it in, I guess, Miami, or I forgot the other one, but like some southern team who didn't make the playoffs, their stadium. Could you imagine the attendance for a Rays home playoff game that isn't in Tampa Bay.
Be some of the cheapest playoff tickets ever.
Yeah, it would be a poor sight.
Are you implying the Tamponians wouldn't come out for it?
That's what I'm not really implying it. I'm saying it straight up, dude. They don't come out to anything.
They haven't gone to their home playoff games in St. Petersburg. One of Baseball Doesn't Exist video thumbnails is Tampa Bay, just one guy at a playoff game.
Yeah. Tampa's had their struggles with attendance, and there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't blame the Rays fans completely. I know there's a lot of great Rays fans out there, so. But even they would have to admit, yeah, like we're not the greatest at selling out a stadium.
Jack, this is a playoff game. A year and a half ago.
Hey, thanks for coming, Greg.
Yeah, it was a tough look. But we might have to worry about that because the Rays right now, a little down on their luck. 3 games above 500. Definitely not out of it. I mean, they're 1.5 games back of a wild card spot. But a little bit of a downturn. They're glad that All-Star break has happened. They need a little bit of a reset. Reset. You know who needs a reset is the Dodgers. The Dodgers and the Giants play each other today, this weekend. That was a big rivalry. One of the most historic rivalries in the sport. We already covered the Giants a little bit and how they've been going since they traded for our boy Rafael Devers, who Mitchell called spoiled milk. I don't think he's spoiled milk, but he is dealing with a disc injury. Verlander, is he spoiled milk, Mitchell?
I feel like he's been... I hate to agree with Ben Verlander here, but I think he's been just a tad unlucky.
Hey, Ben Verlander's got some good takes. So Scherzer has made 15 starts, not Scherzer. Verlander has made 15 starts this year and still, at the All-Star break, has 0 wins. This is credit to Mitchell finding this. There's been 4,000, or I guess Opta stats, but 4,200 instances of an MLB pitcher having 65 or more strikeouts at the break since 1933. Verlander is the first one not to have a single win. So out of 4,200 pitchers to have 65 strikeouts, he's the only guy to not have a win. So he hasn't pitched great by any means. What's his ERA right now?
470.
470. So that's not going to get it done, but that definitely gets you a win. I mean, 15 starts without a win is pretty unlucky, no matter how you look at it.
He has 5 quality starts this year.
That's not good, but
you would expect a better win percentage for 5 quality starts than 0.
yeah, the bar is so low when it comes to getting 1 win. Like you could be, you
can literally throw 0 pitches in a game and get a win.
But Verlander, not Verlander. He has 0 wins. They go into the series against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers, I mean, going into this shit, were not looking good. They had lost 6 in a row entering the series, their longest losing streak since 2017. And then they lost game 1 by 1 run. That's a 7-game losing streak. I don't know what that goes back to. Last time the Dodgers lost 7 in a row, but like that's Braves level, bro. We started off 0-7. And the Dodgers were right there with us. But it's not all bad news for them. Blake Snell had a rehab assignment. He struck out 4 batters in 2 scoreless innings. Gave up just 1 hit. Glass now returned right before in that Brewers series when they got swept by the Brewers. He pitched that last game, I think. Glasnow's fastball at his first start back was 1.5 miles per hour faster than it was before. So it looks like he's, fully healthy. And I don't think the Dodgers were really trying to rush back these guys, Blake Snell and Glasnow. So I'm expecting both of them to be pretty fucking good when they are back, and Glasnow is back. Michael Kopech, however, tore his meniscus in his right knee. That is a tough loss for the Dodgers because the Dodgers right now are sitting with the 24th ranked bullpen in the league at the moment. So that's kind of like their glaring weakness. Other than the starting pitching stuff was the glaring weakness, but like that was all due to injuries.
I didn't realize until right now that Tanner Scott, the big reliever that they paid $72 million this offseason, has a 4.09 ERA in 44 innings.
Not good.
At that point, it's starting to stabilize. Last year, he had a 175 ERA.
Yeah, but you know what? It's still a good trade because the Dodgers literally got him knowing that he can't face Shohei because he was the Shohei guy. He was the one guy who could get Shohei out, and he was on the Padres. The Dodgers were just like, we don't really need this guy, but like, We're not even going to get him to be. We're only getting him. It's a plus. If he pitches well, it's a plus. But the fact that Shohei doesn't have to face him is good enough for us. So it's good and bad for the Dodgers. Obviously, you don't want to lose 7 in a row, but you get Glasnow and you get Blake Snell back. And Ohtani as a pitcher. Holy fucking shit, dude.
He has not allowed a run since that first start. And I'm like, how pressed are the Dodgers to even stretch him all the way out? Because right now, he's throwing harder than he ever has. And he's only going 3 he just reached 3 innings. And then they bring out like Emmett Sheehan, who's a pretty good pitcher, as the second pitcher. Like Shohei Ohtani might be the best opener in MLB history.
Yeah. Listen, and Ohtani gets him out of it. That breaks the losing streak. Ohtani's start. He pitched 3 innings. Like Mitchell said, has not allowed a run since his first start. He has a 1.53 WHIP and a 1 ERA. And on Saturday, he struck out the side in the first inning. He struck out the side in like 12 pitches. He looks so fucking nasty. I watched that first inning and I was like, Shohei might be the best pitcher in baseball. You want a hot take right now? Shohei Ohtani is the best starting pitcher in baseball. Look at him.
But he only goes 3 innings.
He only goes 3 innings. The Dodgers are playing this shit genius, bro. Like, all their pitchers getting injured was like the best thing that ever happened to them. There is no rush to get them back. Right now, where do they stand in the standings? Because they split this series with the Giants. No, they didn't. They won
the series.
So they won 2 out of 3 against the Giants. So even after like a 7-game losing streak, their worst losing streak in close to 10 years, they're 5.5 games up with the Padres right now. So 5.5 games up in the division. I think the division's over.
The crazy thing is they could have gotten swept by the Giants and still had a 3-game lead to end the break.
Yep. So even when they lose, they win, this fucking Dodgers team. Because now I look at it, it's like, okay, so Ohtani's striking out fucking 9 batters in 3 innings. Glasnow's back throwing 1.5 miles per hour faster than he left. Blake Snell just had a great rehab start. All these guys are trending towards like they're going to be in the playoffs healthy. And if all 3 of these pitchers are 100% healthy and are at their peak going into the playoffs, who's beating them?
No one. I mean, their offense is beating them because some of their offensive players are not doing so hot.
Yeah, we're really worried about the Dodgers offense.
But
you're going to tell me you're worried about the Dodgers offense?
I mean, a little bit. The pitching, so if the pitching comes back, they're fine. But like, imagine, Yoshinobu goes down with like an elbow sprain in August, right? Then your offense isn't carrying the team the way it was. And Ohtani's hitting has kind of gone down as he started to ramp up his pitching.
A little bit of a dip for Ohtani hitting wise after he started pitching. He's got a 133 WRC.
Still elite, but not like otherworldly elite.
Yeah. So, but I think it's funny. Like, what if Yamamoto gets hurt going in the playoffs? Yeah, then they only have Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow, Dustin May, Clayton Kershaw, Blake Snell. That would be tough if they only have those guys going in the playoffs. Be real tough. Dodgers fans, close your eyes.
I saw some TikToks this week, like Dodgers fans on their losing streak going, "Oh, we're never going to win a game again. Oh no, we have it so bad." They had a 7-game losing streak and lost like no ground, no playoff odds, nothing.
Yeah.
They're sensing some Braves bitterness over here.
What do you mean? The Braves are hot. We just won a series, baby.
Woo.
I don't know, dude. We're fucking back. We're fucking back, man. But yeah, just another shout out to the Dodgers. Good game. Good series against the rivals. Moving on to the Brewers, another hot team, and this team is in the news for some good and for some bad reasons. I don't know. Is the Mizorowski news a bad reason to be in the news? Jacob Mizorowski, the 6'7" praying mantis, phenom pitcher, has been selected for the All-Star game and kind of raised some hell around the league. So this guy debuted on June 12th. That is 1 month ago. He's been in the league for 1 month. He how many starts has he made?
5.
He's made 5 starts, and he has a 2.81 ERA. And the league calls him one day and says, "Hey, man, you want to be an all-star?" And he says, yes, sir. So Jacob Mizorowski, after 5 MLB starts, is an MLB All-Star. And some people are not happy about this. The Phillies are very unhappy about this. Trey Turner goes on and says, what a joke. That's fucking terrible. I mean, that's terrible, dude. JT Realmutos, quote, nothing against this Mizorowski kid, but those two, Sanchez and Suarez, are deserving. Castellanos says MLB is turning into the Savannah Bananas, putting Jacob Mizorowski into the All-Star game. Now, let's be honest. Did Mizorowski deserve to be an All-Star?
No.
Based on his numbers? Fuck no. All right, the guy's made 5 starts, and the players that they're referring to, Christopher Sanchez and Ranger Suarez, Sanchez has a lower ERA than him. I don't know what Sanchez's ERA is right now. Do you know? I think it's like a 2.13 or something.
Not off the top of my head, but it's a good bit lower. So he has a 2.50 ERA.
2.50 ERA and has pitched 82 more innings than Mizorowski. He's not an All-Star. Ranger Suarez has a lower ERA and has 58 more innings than him. He's not an All-Star. Kodai Senga has 52 more innings than him and a lower ERA, and he's not an All-Star. But Jacob Mizorowski, because he gets clicks online, is an All-Star. And I fuck with it, dude. Honestly, I don't care. I don't really want to see Christopher Sanchez in an All-Star game that bad, you know?
No.
But I do want to see Mizorowski come in and face the league's best. Mizorowski versus Aaron Judge in the All-Star game?
One of the tallest matchups in All-Star history,
Come
probably.
on. Put those together. Try to sneak them into a movie theater as an adult.
How tall is Judge?
He's 6'7".
6'7".
Fucking, how did I not know that?
Yeah. What's 6'7" plus 6'7", Jack?
900
That's right.
900 feet tall.
So, I mean, that's the spectacle people want. That will blow up the internet.
What the fuck?
A 900-foot tall
This is
matchup?
not photoshopped either. This is actually 2 MLB players. They went 1-2 in MVP in 2017, Jack, and they are literally a foot apart.
Bro, imagine seeing his big ass running toward you. That's fucking terrifying.
Aaron Judge.
Man, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
You got to go low. You got to go low on a guy like that. Full head of steam. You got to attack the knees.
Full steam ahead.
Full steam at low.
Okay, go on.
So there are 69 starters with at least 20 innings with more WAR than Mizorowski. Yet Mizorowski's in the All-Star game. And now, you know, you point to people like Sanchez and Suarez, but it looks to the like, Mitchell, you put this in, but the league offered Sanchez a spot and he said no.
The league said the league offered him a spot. Sanchez's agent said, oh, no, he was willing to pitch. So I don't know what the disconnect was. Another source said that MLB contacted 12 players before Mizorowski, and none of them wanted to be an All-Star. So I really am confused how MLB didn't land another All-Star before that. And I'm confused by the agent disagreeing with the league's source.
Yeah, that's very weird to me that 12 people would decline the All-Star game. You know, you see players decline the All-Star game, but they're usually kind of like guys who've been there before, and they're like, I just kind of want a break. I don't really want to do this. You know, maybe they're fighting with their wives or something, and the kids miss them, so they want to go on vacation. Respect the hell out of that. But like 12 guys said no to the All-Star game, kind of hard to believe.
I can't even imagine what, like Sanchez, Senga, Suarez, obviously can imagine MLB contacting them and them saying no. But there are 9 more pitchers, and I don't have any idea who they are.
Yeah. I mean, if that is true, though, if they offered Sanchez and Ranger Suarez, I guess it doesn't say they offered Suarez. I think Suarez is not pitched enough to be an All-Star. Either as Mizorowski, but you know what I mean. I don't know but anyway. If they offer them, they said no, and then the Phillies come out saying, like, fuck this guy for being the All-Star game. They deserve it. My guys deserve it. When it's like, well, they didn't want to be in the first place. That's a bad look. But, I mean, Mizorowski in the All-Star game, when it gets into the game, that's going to be fun to watch, is it not? Is it not entertainment? Or is this not an entertainment business?
I think the line goes, like, what is the All-Star game supposed to be? Is it supposed to be the best players in the league? Or is it supposed to just be entertaining? I don't really have an opinion on that. I think Mizorowski in the All-Star game is going to be fun. I think 25 innings is a little too low of a threshold, especially when there are like relievers with 20 more innings than Mizorowski. But like he's an exciting pitcher.
Yeah,
I think I would want to watch that inning in particular.
I'm very torn because it's like so true. Does not deserve to be an all-star anyway because 5 starts is nothing. Also, 2.8 ERA in 5 starts isn't even that crazy at all.
People were like, wow, I can't believe Paul Skeens is an all-star last year. And he was 12 starts into his career and had like a 150 ERA.
Yeah, well, I think they didn't want him to be a starter. I don't know how many people were saying Paul Skeens shouldn't be in the game. Either way, though, I mean, I agree that like it is kind of weird that he's an all-star, but like when it comes down to it, if I'm watching the game and they bring in Mizorowski, am I going to be upset? Like no,
Like, I'm
this
not
is actually the guy I want to watch pitch.
pining to watch Jason Adam from the Padres.
He's got a pretty good sinker though. I don't even know.
But like if I'm not watching the game and I'm like, oh wow, Jason Adams pitching, I'm not gonna rush to turn it on. But like if Mizorowski's in, I might.
You might check it out. You want to see the praying mantis pitch, dude. Guy looks like a Cub Scout. And he throws absolutely fucking gas. And you had to put him in because the Brewers are hot as fuck, dude. The Brewers have now won 7 straight games. They swept the Nationals. They swept the fucking Dodgers going into that series. And now they're just 1 game back of the Cubs and have an 82.8% chance to make the playoffs, brother. 32% chance to win the division for the Brewers. So, not to say I told you so, but I fucking called this like 2 weeks ago. Looking at the Brewers schedule going into the All-Star break, like you could kind of see it. Now, they did play the Dodgers. You can't say they had a super easy schedule because they played the Dodgers and swept them. So you can't take anything away from the Brewers. But who have they played during this hot streak? They've been hot. Okay, look this up. Since June 19th, they have the best record in baseball. I can say that for a fact. Since June 19th, this is actually going into this national series, so this might not be 100% accurate, but they have the 2nd best offense by runs, 3rd best pitching staff, 5th best bullpen.
I mean, I updated the stuff from since June 12th when Mizorowski debuted. And yeah, 3rd best team ERA, 3rd best WRC+, 2nd most runs scored, and best team overall. They're 20-7 since Mizorowski debuted.
Respect the fuck out of that, bro. 20-7. Hey, that's why one pitcher can just change the whole culture in there, dude. Who's this tall fucking skinny kid? He's making me real motivated to play hard. But when you're the Brewers and you're top 5 offense and top 5 pitching staff, you're going to do really good. And they have. I know Mitchell put the Nationals on number 2 dog shit rankings, but they swept them pretty good. Gotta respect it. Now, how far are they back from the Cubs right now going in this break?
1 game, right?
1 game back of the Cubbies?
Yeah, 1 game. And it's crazy. The Cubs haven't even played that poorly.
Yeah. I mean, they just played the Yankees. Went into the Yankees were a little hot going into that. They had just swept the who did the Yankees sweep going into that series?
Mariners.
The Mariners. So they swept the Mariners and they put up a shit ton of runs against the Mariners. But the Cubs come in. The Cubs took 2 out of 3 from them.
Yeah.
PCA, gotta show some respect for PCA. He had 2 home runs and 3 for 4 against the Twins on Thursday. This guy put up .6 B-WAR in 1 day. PCA to become the 4th fastest player to hit 25 home runs and 25 steals in a season. Is he legit?
He's legit.
The blue hair kid?
Who no longer has blue hair?
The Gen Z hope? He might be the best Gen Z player in baseball. Michael Busch. No one's talking about Michael Busch, but he's the 4th best hitter in baseball by WRC+.
That was a great trade for both teams. Zaire Hope was traded to the Dodgers, and he's one of the Dodgers' best prospects. And the Dodgers had no room for Busch.
That's what the Dodgers need, more prospects.
So they were able to turn a great hitter for a great prospect. But the Cubs get the 4th best hitter in baseball.
Respect, dude. The Cubs are making some good trades. They got Tucker. Because Tucker's been struggling a lot, though, huh?
This month, he's hitting 220. But, like, I wouldn't expect this to continue. Overall, he's still, a top 15, top 20 player in baseball, even with the slump going into the All-Star break.
Judgy breaks some records, bro. Quickest to 350 home runs in MLB history. That means he's on pace to break the record, home run record. It's like he's like 32 years old.
I don't like the way they phrase these.
I know, right? Quickest
player, and he's 30. He's the same age as Mike Trout. Mike Trout's only 10 months older. Mike Trout has 40 more homers than Judge.
So is it by games? He's the quickest to
by games.
So in games, still impressive, and the guy hits fucking home runs. You can't deny it. Aaron Judge, really good. But will he beat Mizorowski in the head-to-head matchup?
130 mile an hour fastball in. 120 mile an hour exit velocity out.
Tune in to find out on Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday night. We got an All-Star game.
It sounds to me like the most interesting thing happening in the All-Star game that I've heard so far.
Well, you're not guaranteed a Judge Mizorowski
matchup.
No, but
you are guaranteed a Skeens Judge.
That's
matchup.
fun too.
Jack is 100% correct though, because last year, I mean, the Skeens starting that game was hype. Like, that made the All-Star game way more hype than it should have been. Everyone wanted to watch that first inning just to see Skeens versus the top three hitters, which was Soto, Judge, and someone else, I forgot. But that was interesting. Now Skeens is probably going to start again, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Skeens and Skubal are starting.
So that's awesome. You want to see Skeens and Skubal start, but it's not that same allure. Like last year, Skeens starting was a big deal. Rookie, he's had like 12 starts. Everyone wants to see him against the best. All these guys he's facing now, he's already faced before. We've seen it before. So it's not like people are going to turn to the All-Star game just because Skeens is pitching. But Mizorowski, 100% the top storyline going in the All-Star game. And it does add a significant increase in entertainment value. Now, if he doesn't pitch in the fucking game, then throw everything I said positive out the window.
I don't understand why they have more pitchers than innings for the All-Star game. Like, even on the active roster, you have like 12 pitchers. So you're not going to see 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, Mets fans were pissed off because Dave Roberts, I think, didn't put in Diaz.
Oh, yeah, Mets fans are pissed off.
And it turns out that Diaz was like, oh, David Bednar can pitch instead.
Oh, you Mets fans are pissed off? Oh. Fuck the Mets. I respect the organization, everything about them, but fuck the Mets. See that Mr. Met fell off the stage at the Lumineers concert?
I watched that for like 15 minutes.
Dumbass. The Lumineers concert? That's a very Mets thing to do. We're going to have the Lumineers. Corny ass franchise.
Jack, did you
I do
see
like
this?
some of the Lumineers songs, though. I'm not going to lie. I respect the Lumineers.
So they toss what is this called? It's called a tambourine? What do you
I
call
can't
this?
see it, but a tambourine, yeah.
And then he eats it.
Damn.
An Ophelia, bro.
I mean, you can't expect to throw something to a ball. That just doesn't make sense.
You know, this ball can't catch. You're supposed to catch a ball. Balls can't catch.
So they should have thrown Mr. Met. I think the alternate angle is like a lot funnier. The guy's like right next to Mr. Met.
That's pretty good. Is this like an off-brand Mr. Met, though?
No, this is Mr. Met.
This is where they're doing a concert at Citi Field for the Lumineers.
I think it was at. This kind of looks like MetLife.
Lumineers got some good songs. Don't sleep on the Lumineers. What's your favorite Lumineers song, Jack?
I don't know a single one of them.
Mitchell?
I can't remember the song names.
I'm in love with you. You in love with me and my sweetheart. I'm in love with you. You in love with me and my sweetheart. I don't know how you would like describe this genre of music, but it's like,
I think it's like folk.
yeah, it's a little bit like, what is the word? Pop folk. Kind of gay, but also slaps hard as fuck. You're kind of embarrassed that you like it, but man, you get that toe tapping. I'm in love with you. You in love with me. And my
I have a question. What pitchers in the All-Star game do you think are not going to see a game?
Most of them. I don't know. I had to look at all the pitchers, but all the bad ones who I haven't heard of.
Brian Wu?
Brian Wu.
Brian Wu is good.
I mean, a lot of those guys too. It's like you pitch 2 or 3 days or 2 games. If you pitch like on Saturday and Sunday, you can't pitch in the All-Star game. So like that eliminates a good.
But then they end up getting replaced on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they add more pitchers who aren't going to pitch.
Well,
Like,
you want to show love to these guys. They had great seasons. Yeah, you might not pitch, but we got to send, this reliever who has a 1.0 ERA, who's going to be out of the league in 3 years, but had a great first half. You want to give him a chance in the All-Star game. The family's going to love it.
I feel like there's only like 10 people on the planet, though, who are excited to see Carlos Estevez pitch in the All-Star game. It's his family and Charlie Sheen, because Charlie Sheen loves that they share a name. But, like, no one else is like, oh, Carlos Estevez is in the 7th inning. Let me turn
Listen,
on my TV.
I'm
If
sorry,
Mizorowski's
Not even
in,
Royals
if
fans.
Mizorowski's
Name
in, then
did he share?
Estevez is in.
Carlos Estevez. That's his name. That's Charlie Sheen's name.
Charlie Sheen's real name is Carlos Estevez?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about?
His brother's name is Emilio Estevez. His dad's name, Martin Sheen's name is like Roman? Something like that.
Roman Anthony.
Damn, this blew my mind, actually.
Ramon. Martin Sheen's name is Ramon. So Emilio kept the Estevez, but Charlie Sheen took out after his dad's stage name.
I'm in the.
Bro, I didn't know any of these people were related. That's crazy. Anyway, I don't know actors. I know ball.
Charlie Sheen's a baller. He played Major League.
Yeah, in a movie.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's Joey's white whale footage that he can't find.
Yeah. Charlie, if anyone has access to July 7th, 1991,
1994 Angels White Sox, I think.
yeah, hit me up. If you had anyone who has like old cassette decks or not, sorry, VHS tapes of recorded Angels games from the 90s, get them in contact with me. We need to make a video. But Jazz Chisholm got added to the Home Run Derby. That's going to be fun to watch. Jazz Chisholm has been the 5th most valuable player since returning off the IL on June 3rd. He's got a 183 WRC plus, 1.9 F4. Come on now. He's only worse than Judge, Raleigh, Witt, and Soto since coming back. So Jazz Chisholm is elite, man. This is from Foolish Baseball. Jazz Chisholm, since being voted most overrated player in MLB, he's played 144 games. He's got 32 home runs, 38 steals, 5.3 WAR, 477 slug. So don't sleep on Chisholm, bro. Don't sleep on Chisholm. You put him under the bright lights, get him out of Miami, put him in New York. He's been amazing, man. 10 home runs since coming off the IL. Respect to him, man. So much respect for Jazz Chisholm. Hope he wins the Home Run Derby. I don't know if he has the power. I don't think he has the power.
Who are you picking for the Home Run Derby?
I'm Big Dumper. I'm torn between the Big Dump and James Wood. Those are my two picks.
I'm torn between James. I think James Wood's going to hit one 500-foot homer.
My concern with James Wood is that all his home runs are opposite field home runs. So it makes me think in batting practice he might not be as suited.
He's not used to the chop house. That's why I'm thinking Matt Olson. He knows the chop house. He knows what he can get away with.
Matt Olson's a good pick. But I also think Matt Olson, Home Run Derby for me is a lot of physique. I think Matt Olson has a big, kind of long swing. I think he could get gassed quicker because of his swing.
But Jazz Chisholm kind of has that quick swing. Might play really well for the Home Run Derby.
I don't know.
And he's a lefty.
I think Jazz Chisholm's too small. He doesn't have the power. If you look at the Home Run Derby winners, they have recent ones. They kind of have a similar compact physique, and I think that Cal Raleigh has physique-wise the best chance. So
Cal Raleigh also has that switch hitting advantage. When he gets too tired from the left, he can just switch it up.
Oh, interesting. Who did that the other year? Was that
Adley?
Adley. That was electric. Home Run Derby tonight. Excited to watch that, bro. Home Run Derby, when it comes to all-star events and all sports, is number one, bro. Better than dunk contest, better than the skills competition in any other sport, better than the all-star game in baseball, better than the all-star game in football. Obviously, no one likes the Pro Bowl. Better than the NBA all-star game, better than the NHL all-star game. Home Run Derby is the number one all-star game event. So tune in to watch Cal Raleigh win it. And it's a storybook for Cal Raleigh because Cal Raleigh right now has 38 home runs.
I mean, let's be real, bro. When Kyle Riley's on the plate, it is the dunk contest.
And that's the sound of Cal Raleigh dropping a shit because that thing is huge.
You think it adds to his velocity?
What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? What do you
shit velocity?
His ship velocity? I don't know about his ship velocity, but they're big. They come out slow, but they're big. Cal Raleigh. So Cal Raleigh hit 2 home runs in a game this weekend. That got him up to 38 home runs. You want to know the players who have had 38 home runs going in an All-Star break? Cal Raleigh is one of them. The other one, Barry Bonds, 2001. Pretty good. Pretty good. And also, I didn't fact check this, but I saw His last 5 hits since June 30th. So that was like a week. He only had 5 hits in a week. All 5 were home runs.
Yeah, so since that still goes for today. So on June 30th, he hit a homer, didn't get a hit the next 2 games, hit 2 homers, didn't get a hit for the next 2 games, had another homer, didn't get a hit for the next 2 games, had another 2-homer game, and then hasn't had a hit since then.
It's inevitable. Cal Raleigh's going to hit a home run. He does it every time. And the Mariners came into the series. They just play the Tigers. And we know the Tigers had the best record in baseball going into this. They still might have the best record in baseball. Elite team. And the Mariners were struggling. They just got swept, I think, by the Yankees. Kind of got embarrassed a little bit in New York. Fucking Andres Munoz was tipping against the Yankees. That was a little bit of a fun little thing to watch. But I guess he came in like the 8th or 9th inning, was tipping his slider. And the Yankees were on second base, like signaling to the hitters every time a slider was coming in the most obvious way possible. It was hilarious. Because tipping shit, this happens all the time, but usually you won't even notice. Like they're doing they'll touch their knee. They'll
hold their helmet up weird.
Yeah, where like you'll never even understand. The Yankees are just waving their hands above their head like, yo, it's a slider. It's a slider. And he tipped, and they totally beat him. I mean, the Yankees in this game were losing, 5-0?
Yeah, 5-0 in the 8th inning. Didn't have a hit.
Didn't have a hit. Brian Wu, shout out to Brian Wu, he's an all-star. He had a no-hitter going in the 8th inning. Gave up 2 runs. Then they were up by 2 or 3 in the 9th. Munoz comes in, and Munoz has been, I want to say, the best reliever in baseball this year.
He didn't allow a run for 2 months.
Pretty fucking good. He's been elite. Not against the Yankees. The Yankees steal that one. And you think, oh, damn, Mariners falling apart. You got swept in New York. But guess what? They go against the Tigers and they put up 4 runs against Skubal in game 1. 4 runs against the best pitcher in baseball, other than Shohei Ohtani, of course. That was the game Cal Raleigh had his 2 homers.
They also scored 15, 16 runs in that game, didn't they?
In the next game, they scored 15 runs. Oh, I think they scored...
Oh, they scored 12 in the Friday game.
Yeah, then the next day they scored 16 or something crazy. And the Mariners' offense had exploded against the Tigers. Maybe the Tigers are cooked. I'm just kidding. They outscored them 12-3 in the first game, outscored them 15-7 in the second game, and then beat them 8-4 in the third game. So do the math. What's 15 plus 8? That's 23. Then you add 12 to 23. That's a solid 35. That's a solid 35 runs going into the All-Star break. Sometimes, some teams, you don't like the All-Star break. We're hot. Why we got to stop now? That's what the Mariners are thinking. But sorry, we need a break so Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, can go to the home run derby and win it. But he's not the only guy hitting bombs for the Mariners. Shout out to Rosa Reyna. 7 home runs this month. He has 17 on the season. 9 home runs in his last 13 games. We've looked at the numbers, and a lot of players go to Seattle and get worse at hitting. He's gotten better. Julio Rodriguez hit a home run in 3 games, and he actually is sitting out the All-Star game, even though he got selected when he didn't deserve it. He's sitting out, which kind of worries me. Maybe he's dealing with some injuries, bro.
I don't know. He's been hitting so well the last couple of games. I feel like part of it's been oh, these people don't think I deserve to be an All-Star, so I should prove it, and then I'll rest up for the All-Star game.
You think he felt guilty and was like, I don't feel like I should play?
He was getting shit from everyone about being an All-Star. I think the Mariners fan base was surprised he was an All-Star.
Yeah. I mean, he's played 4 years, and he's actually, not to throw shade on J-Rod, but each year he's played, he's gotten worse. He's had 4 great seasons. Started out as a rookie, 6.2 WAR with a 147 OPS plus. That went down to 130 OPS plus in his sophomore year. Last year, 117 OPS plus, and this year, 113 OPS plus. So he's actually gotten worse each year.
He is historically, though, a second-half player. For his career, he's a 114 WRC plus guy in the first half, 260 hitter, 418 slug. In the second half, he's a 300 hitter with a 549 slug, 155 WRC plus.
And there is also something interesting about J-Rod is that his home and away splits his career. And we've done TikToks about this, that the Mariners, there's a theory that the Mariners mound is crooked. and that it's the hardest place to hit because of the batter's eye and there's something wrong with the mound or something, his OPS on the road is 90 points higher than it is at home in his career. Maybe they got to get a new stadium for J-Rod. Could change everything.
I mean, he's practically signed to the Mariners for life, too. So
It'd be a good investment. It'd be a great investment. But, the Mariners went 3 straight going in the break. Now they're 5 games back of the Astros. 5 games back of the mighty Astros, who I didn't see really what happened in their series. They played the Astros, played the Rangers.
played the Rangers, lost the series to the Rangers. Adolis Garcia hit another homer against the Rangers. The one game they did win, they walked it off in the extra innings. Zach Short.
Zach Short. I saw
Single.
that. Zach Short. The Astros, they are objectively, I mean, where they got the 3rd or 4th best record in baseball right now, like a comfortable lead in the division, but they do have some players who are just historically mid. I mean, Zach Short has been on probably 6 teams in the past year and a half.
Braves legend. He had like a 150 average for the Braves last year and had a 300 on base percentage. But he's just bouncing from team to team because teams go, oh, he can walk. Maybe he can actually hit, and then they get him and he can't hit, but he can play infield. He was on the Braves and the Mets last year. This is his 3rd team at least, and he was on, I want to say he was on the Tigers the year before. But
Yeah.
he's just the infielder that teams bounce around.
He's a podcaster.
Does he still have a podcast with Ian Happ?
I want to say so. Pretty good podcast. If you guys want to listen to a different podcast, probably tired of this one, go listen to The Compound with Zach Short and Ian Happ. They also got like Taylor Trammell, who's bounced around a lot. He's been 14 games for them. Who else? Dubon. Always surprised when Dubon is still in the league, but he's actually been a productive player. Caratini. But no Yordan Alvarez. The Astros are funny, bro. They swept the Dodgers in LA, like so hard, like just stomped them, and then got fucking swept by the Guardians, who were on a 10-game losing streak. Then they play the Rangers, who have not been a great team this year, and almost get swept. I mean, they had to walk off a game in extras to avoid a sweep. They're glad the All-Star break is here because they've lost 4 out of 5 going into the All-Star break. But still 5-game lead for the boys. And I'm happy for the Rangers, too, because, the Rangers are my second-half team. You know that, right? I asked a fucking question. Do you know that? They're my second-half team?
No, we don't think about you, bro.
And what do you think?
Jack was over here choking.
I was actually coughing. Yeah, I was choking.
Well, I wasn't even talking to you anyway, Jack, so you could shut the fuck up. I was talking to Mitchell.
I mean, I turned on this mic and you just hear Jack in the back going,
But I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
This guy's a detriment. Corey Seager has been the most valuable player in July. Prove me wrong.
can't do that.
788 slug in July. Rangers, second best offense in July. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, dude.
Can't do it.
You can't, because it's true. And they've been pitching well this year. And they got some guys in that rotation in Texas. You know what they say about Texas, right? It's always bigger in Texas.
So the pitchers are bigger in Texas?
They got some big boys down there, baby. I'm talking Jacob deGrom.
I mean, they have the tallest GM in the league.
Tallest gym in the fucking league. It's always bigger in Texas.
How tall is he?
6'8".
6'8".
Or is he 6'10"?
6'10". Tyler Mahle. Jack Leiter. Nathan Eovaldi. Wait till Kumar Rocker gets going. This is my team for the second half.
Yeah, their GM is 6'10".
And that's a tall drink of water if I've ever seen one. Would you take a sip, Jack?
Yeah.
Respect. Diamondbacks, Angels, baby. Speaking of the Rangers, we just talked about this last episode. It was the big battle for third place in the AL West. It was split, so actually Angels and Rangers stay put tied for fourth place. Sorry, not tied. The Angels stay in fourth place. The Angels only use 5 starting pitchers this year.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
pretty
know how.
impressive. Pretty impressive. For a franchise that is famous for just not stretching and getting hurt every season, they lead the league in IL stints, like I want to say, past 5 years, just on my analytical brain. They've avoided it, at least with their pitchers. Mike Trout did miss a month, but Mike Trout did hit 2 home runs on Wednesday. Mike Trout has been one of the most unlucky players in the league. Okay, his expected slugging is 100%. 100 points higher than his actual slugging. 10th unluckiest player in baseball by that metric. 273 BABIP. If you know BABIP, I'm not going to explain it, but 273. Usually expect someone to have a 300 BABIP. That's way below 300, and his hard hit rate is in the 93rd percentile. So that's a little. That makes me think he's been getting unlucky, Mitchell. But despite being unlucky, Mike Trout 130 OPS plus to end the first half. So fuck yeah, Mike Trout. 836 OPS. Hit another home run yesterday, I think. He's got 17 on the year. That's looking good for my bet. You know, I hit the over on 23 home runs. 22 and a half home runs. I said over. He's already got 17. I'm sharp as fuck, dude. I am sharp as fuck. So who won? I don't even know who won the Angels versus the Diamondbacks.
The Angels won. Did they win 2 out of 3? Yeah, they won the first 2. They couldn't complete the sweep against the D-backs.
Who could? Can't suit the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks did, however, and it's not in here, but I know this. The reports are they've got like all those guys are on the chopping block.
Suarez, Naylor, a few others, all on the trading block.
Would you trade if you're the Diamondbacks? I mean, 3 games below the mid-Doza line right now. 5.5 games back of a wild card spot. You at least got to consider it. You definitely got to consider it.
The Diamondbacks are in a position that they can't stay put. They either need to trade for players and like fill in these gaps. Definitely the bullpen, worst bullpen ever. Or they just need to call it quits and trade all of their best players because a lot of their like Naylor and Suarez. You good?
I'm out of my drink. My drink's out.
Naylor and Suarez are free agents at the end of the year, so like the Diamondbacks have to calculate whether it's worth trading prospects or if it's worth trading for prospects.
Yeah.
That's a tough position.
Yeah, so those 2 players' contracts are ending. Anyone else? Because they listed a bunch of guys on that, on the trading block. It wasn't just Naylor and Suarez. A lot of people would like Suarez, though, that third base power.
So they're free agents this year. Shelby Miller, Merrill Kelly, Zach Gallen, Suarez, Naylor. They have a player option on Gurriel. Then
Damn.
Grichuk and Graveman have mutual options, and
That's sad, bro. Because if they lose all these guys, then this is a completely different team. And on paper, like the Diamondbacks, I've said it 100 times, they look amazing, and they lost Corbin Burns for the season. So I mean, that makes you want to trade. But like, I feel like if you get rid of Suarez, you get rid of Merrill Kelly, you get rid of Zach Gallen, and you lose a Naylor, like you're kind of in a rebuild, especially in that division. But like they also have so many people locked up long term. I don't know if it's like really going to be, you can't, or it doesn't seem like they do a complete rebuild. But yeah, interesting position for the Diamondbacks.
Arizona has the 5th best offense in baseball. If they had an average bullpen, I think we're talking about whether or not they can catch the Dodgers, or if they're like going to beat the Dodgers, if they're already ahead of the Dodgers.
Well, fuck then, man. Well, let's just trade for some bullpen pieces and roll the dice, baby. Snakes alive, Mitch. They got one problem. It's their bullpen. Call up the fucking Marlins. I'm sure they got one good bullpen pitcher. Call up the Braves. We'll give you Rossiel. You want Rossiel? I'll give him to you. Give me Jordan Lawler. Prospect for the Diamondbacks, right?
I don't think the Diamondbacks are going to be trading their prospect shortstops to the Braves again.
Well, once I get on the phone with them, I could trick them. It's called the art of persuasion, Mitchell. Start throwing some numbers at them. You confuse them a little bit. You give them a compliment. They start liking you. You make them laugh. They're like, this is a good guy. He wouldn't rip us off. Jordan Aller for Rossiel Iglesias.
I mean, that's exactly how the Braves got Dansby Swanson.
Gotta respect it. What's going on with the Phillies and the Padres?
The only Phillies stuff I honestly looked at was all of their players going, I can't believe these players aren't in the All-Star game.
Well, you should have focused more on the game, guys. I think they played well.
So the Phillies lost 2 out of 3 in San Diego. These were all low-scoring games. Wow.
You know how the Phillies do it. They don't score runs, and they pitch amazing, and their bullpen shuts them down every time. That's Phillies baseball for you. Bryce Harper says coming off the IL. Can we get a quick update on Bryce Harper? He's like the bane. He's the heartbeat of this team. If Harper's doing well, the team's probably doing well.
By the time the episode posted on Wednesday, the whole thing, I said, oh man, he hasn't been hitting well since coming off the IL. Obsolete. He had like a 3-hit game against the Giants, 4-hit game against the Giants. Overall, he's basically about what he normally is. He's hitting 275, 408 on base percentage, 475 slugging, 151 WRC plus. When that game ended, I was like, man, I should have just kept my mouth shut on Harper. He's fine.
He's fine. He's better than fine. 883 for an OPS for Bruce Hooper. As the Phillies go into the All-Star break in first place. And I think it's going to hold, man. I got faith in my Phillies. My Padres, I'm a little more worried about. Did Yu Darvish pitch again in this series? Let's see. That's a big X factor for the Padres.
He did not pitch great. 4.2 innings, 4 runs allowed.
That's tough. I did see that I did watch my man Tatis get a home run, and that made me feel better about my Padres. But that's another guy who I am worried about for my team because I forgot what it was. May 2nd, after that wrist injury, he has not been the same player.
So since the beginning of July, he's the 24th best hitter by WRC+.
Let's go. So since July, 993 OPS. Okay. So maybe that wrist is healing. Hope he didn't get back on the sauce. Hope he did not get back on the sauce. But you know what? You got to respect it either way. Braves won a series. Come on now. Clap it up for the Atlanta Braves. They go in and play the Cardinals, who, hey, Cardinals are a great team. They are average at everything. 11th in run, 21 in starting pitching, and 13th in relief pitching. This team has been carried by Brandon Donovan and Ivan Herrera are like their 2 guys in the lineup who are really doing it. Everyone else is nothing to write home about, but like a team that's just built by Brandon Donovan, Ivan Herrera, and Phil Maton. These are like their 3 very valuable players, had great years. Not exactly the star-studded lineup that you'd expect. They've been a lot better than the Braves this year. They are in a playoff spot, not in a playoff spot, but within spitting distance. 5 games above the Mendoza line. With the Braves come in there and 2 out of 3 for the Bravos. Should have fucking swept them if it didn't rain, I'd say. My prediction.
It was the second rain that killed the Braves. The
2
first one, the Braves kept their starter in. The Cardinals lost Sonny Gray. That second rain delay killed the Braves.
2 fucking rain delays in 1 game, man. That's not fair. Acuna's hot as fuck.
But they moved him down in the lineup.
For the first time ever, Acuna's batting 3rd now. And it worked out. First game, boom. Blasted a home run. That's good to see. Acuna drops out of the Derby because he's hurt. His back's a little sore. Was glad to see that because you can't let him be in the home run derby if you're making him sick because of back soreness. Back stiffness, I'm sorry. So Matt Olson's replacing him. Matt Olson actually went to the last home run derby in Atlanta. He was 6 years old as a fan. Now fast forward 20 years later, and he's going to be a player there. Ain't that beautiful? It's come full circle. They won a game by 1 run. 2 games by 1 run. The Braves are now 13-23 in 1-run games.
They lost the last one by 1 run.
Fuck, 13-24. As long as we keep our run differential above, it's a good season for me. You know what? We really shouldn't be grading on record. We should be grading on run differential. And the Braves have a positive run differential. 11 games below 500 have a positive run differential. So the team with a positive run differential with the worst record, or the only team who have a positive run differential and is below 500 is the Diamondbacks. And they are 3 games below 500. The Braves, positive run differential, are 11 games back. So it's a combination of bad luck. Has hurt the Braves a little bit. A little bit of injuries. But if it wasn't for bad luck and injuries, he'd probably be in first place.
I got nothing to say.
You're a pussy, dude. You can't co-sign?
No, I do believe that, and that just hurts.
You really do believe that? That it's really just unluckiness? And not that we have probably 3 of the worst hitters in the league?
No, I think that,
Nick Allen.
if it wasn't for Jerks and Profar, that whole bad luck from the start of the season, and maybe firing your hitting coach isn't the greatest idea. But aside from that, the Braves would totally be in first.
I know the Braves really, the reason why the Braves, obviously there's always 1,000 reasons for everything, right? Millions of reasons for everything. But the reason why the Braves aren't good this year is because Michael Harris has been the worst hitter in baseball. Ozzie Albies has been the second worst hitter in baseball. And Nick Allen, who probably doesn't qualify, has been just as bad at hitting. So if you're 33% of your lineup has like a 500, 600 OPS, it's tough to come back from that. I think we have like the 25th ranked offense in the league. So now we know
if
it wasn't for that, hey, it's not a problem we can't fix in the future. Some people want to blow it up. They're crazy. A lot of good shit going on in the Braves right now. And we got some guys on the trade block. Do you think Marcell Ozuna can get traded? Do you think Raciel Iglesias can get traded?
I think Ozuna's killed his trade value by playing hurt.
Interesting. We will talk about the trades actually next episode. So we don't want to get too in the trades because that trade deadline, once that All-Star break goes on, he gets heated up for the trade deadline.
My favorite trades happen at the All-Star break. I love that Manny Machado's last appearance in an Orioles uniform was at the All-Star game. I want more. I want an All-Star game trade.
Yeah, didn't Manny Machado wear his Orioles jersey at the All-Star game when he wasn't on the Orioles?
No, he got traded the next day.
Okay. That would be funny.
But Jeff Samardzija back in 2012, 2013, he got traded to an American League team from a National League team. And he couldn't play because he was a National League All-Star. But he couldn't play for the American League, so he just wore like a generic National League All-Star game jersey.
Brother. Jeff Samardzija, quarterback for the Notre Dame football team.
Wait, I thought he was a
wide receiver is what I meant to say. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Orioles, Marlins. That's your team, Jack. The Marlins had to face the hot Orioles. The hot Orioles are won 5 out of 6 going into the series. Did you have their record since they changed their manager? It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. And going into the series, the Orioles made headlines by doing the national anthem. Play that national anthem, Jack, if you got it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad skies.
All right, I think we get it. We get it.
Wait, but Mitch said it gets way better. Can we listen for a second?
Yeah, of course, Mitch says it gets better. Mitchell probably loves this shit.
Were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red glare, the bombs bursting.
Oh, now it's getting good.
Gate grew through the night, that our flag was still there.
Oh!
That star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Beautiful. Yeah, this got a lot of shit online. People are saying it's one of the worst national anthems ever.
I mean, that's ridiculous because so many of them are so dog shit. But it was crazy and not exactly a classic, you know?
I think it's a classic.
Mitchell really likes it.
No, but maybe you're like, now it's a classic, but it wasn't a classic.
It's because Mitchell hates this country.
He does.
It doesn't respect the flag
He
and
does.
patriotism and shit like that. So when someone makes a mockery of the anthem, he fucking loves it. He's like, why don't we change the national anthem to this shit?
I think this should be played for the rest of eternity. This is like the prime example of what the national anthem should be.
Okay, well, you are entitled to your opinion, so I have to respect that. Man to man, I respect the fuck out of that dude. That's Dan Deacon, critically acclaimed Baltimore-based musician who has turned heads with his experimental music since 2003. Well, if you're a musician, a critically acclaimed musician from Baltimore, if you're a Baltimore-based musician, that's the kind of shit I'd expect, honestly.
Careful.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a different city. You know, no one's really like making way. You know, no one's like, yo, I'm gonna like. Usually,
I'm going to move to Baltimore to pursue music.
exactly, artsy.
I think they got a pretty decent jazz and go-go scene.
Yeah.
I mean, go-go's more of a DC thing, I guess. But.
Who's your favorite jazz musician out of Baltimore?
Big'em Buckles.
Respect them. He's from Baltimore.
Yeah, his name's Big'em Buckles. It's Big'em Baltimore Buckles.
I thought he was from
Birmingham.
Yeah.
No, that's Big'em. That's Big'em Bucklet.
Bucklet.
Big'em Birmingham Bucklet.
No, I'm not familiar with the jazz.
Big'em Baltimore Buckles is from Baltimore.
I'm not familiar with the jazz scene. But I'm sure it's great. But I'm down to learn more. We can go out there and kind of hear the artistry. But it'd probably just be a lot of Dan Deacons doing experimental national anthems at the Baltimore Harbor. Baltimore Orioles are back, dude. Trevor Rogers. Everyone was saying how bad of a trade that was. Since he's pitched this year, 5 starts this year, since coming off the minors or an injury or something. 1.57 ERA. 7th best ERA in baseball since returning. And then we don't have to tell you about Charlie Morton, but Charlie Morton, Uncle Charlie. Woo! That curveball still working. Last 8 starts, 2.76 ERA. And the Marlins coming into this series too have been hot as fuck. I guess they lost to the Reds going into this, so that snapped their 11-game win streak. But who won the games, Mitch?
So it was the Kyle Stowers revenge tour. Stowers was traded for Rogers last season, made the All-Star game. Didn't think that was quite enough, and he went 7 for 10 in the series, had a 3-homer game, 6 RBIs, 5 runs scored. The Marlins win the series. The last 2 games, they beat the Orioles by a combined 17-1. And Stowers was a big part of the Sunday game.
Stowers went 5 for 5 in that game, I'm pretty sure.
5 for 5, 3 homers.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We could have used them, couldn't you, Orioles? Would have helped a lot if you had Kyle Stowers. You just got shut out by the Marlins 6-0, then lose 11-1, and your former player who you traded just dicks your ass down. After I say that Trevor Rogers was actually a good trade, I'm pretty sure they traded each other.
Yeah, it was the trade for each other.
So maybe it wasn't that good of a trade. Either way, it's kind of embarrassing for the Orioles. I know we started grading them on like a smaller curve since like they were kind of out of it after the first month, but still. I mean, they played a lot better since about mid-June. I want to say if you probably started the season there, they'd be one of the best teams in baseball, but fuck, man. Just goes to show you.
I mean, the Marlins are apparently a good team now. Since the road win streak started back in mid-June, they have the 4th best pitching staff, even with Sandy Alcantara sucking, and they have the 2nd best record in baseball over that span.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I think they're sellers at the deadline. I think the Marlins got to trade some guys, man. I do. I think they're sellers. I think the Rockies are sellers.
You think the Rockies are going to sell?
Yeah, but are the Reds sellers? Definitely not. The Rockies, I mean, the Reds have won 4 out of 5. They just played the Rockies. Now, they did beat the Rockies on a walk-off, and then beat them by 2 runs. So not a convincing series win against the Rockies. They did lose 1 game to the Rockies, which they probably should have won, but 4-5 going into the break. Feel pretty good if you're a Reds fan. I mean, at least you're happy about that. 2.5 games back of a wild card spot for the Reds. 3 games above the mid-Doza line. Chase Burns had a good start. I think Chase Burns had the best start of his young career. Who was that against? Probably the Rockies, which would make perfect sense.
It was against the Rockies.
Andrew Abbott, 2.07 ERA. Did they get him in the All-Star game?
They got him in the All-Star
Respect.
game.
He deserves it. Hunter Green would be on it if he had enough starts, but I think he went back on the IL, didn't he? Or he had to miss a start?
I thought he was delayed. He was going to rehab and that got pushed back.
Yeah, he's been amazing, but has dealt with injuries. Little concerning, but yeah, he hasn't pitched in over a month for Hunter Green. We'll see what they can do. I mean, they're definitely an exciting team. I didn't think the Reds were an excited team going into the season because that kind of 2023 star power or that excitement kind of fizzled out last year. But with Andrew Abbott pitching like he is, Hunter Green, when he comes back healthy, he's electric. Now Chase Burns striking out fucking guys on 97-mile-per-hour sliders. And don't forget L.A. De La Cruz, who's obviously really, really good and really, really fast and really, really swaggy with it. I'd love the Reds to go on a run after the All-Star break. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Because now they got the Brewers, dude. The Brewers are a fucking beast team now. And then the Cubs, we all know they're beast. I mean, we'll see. There's only one way to find out, Mitchell.
So you think the NL Central is the must-watch division for the second half?
The must-watch division for the second half? I mean, it's going to be, yeah, I mean, it's the closest division right now, isn't it? I honestly, I mean, the must-watch division in the second half is definitely the AL East. Is definitely the most exciting division right now because you got 4 teams who are good enough to win it. And 4 teams who have all played really fucking well during certain points in this season. Like the Rays for a stretch were the hottest team in baseball. For like a good month were the hottest team in baseball. The Red Sox right now are the hottest team in baseball. 10 games in a row. The Yankees got off to a fucking torpedo bat start and were on fire. Best offense in baseball history. Caveat. Asterisk. Because the cheating bats. But the Yankees were. And then the Blue Jays last week were the hottest team in baseball. And all fucking 4 of them are in the same division. And they're all separated by 5.5 games. So that is definitely my division to watch for the second half. My player to watch? Jack Leone. He had 2 home runs in a row last week, bro. And got a kiss on the lips for Vinny Pasquantino. They're just really leaning into this Italian shit. They kiss each other in the dugout after home runs. Love it. Super cute. 466-foot home run for Gaglione. I respect the fuck out of that. The Royals got a snub too. Did Miguel Garcia make it in? Did they get him as a reserve?
Not the last time I checked.
Because this is bullshit. So Zach McKinstry got in. Taking nothing away from Zach McKinstry. I think he deserved it too. But if you put in McKinstry, you got to put in Miguel. All right? This is Ronald Acuna's cousin. They could have fucking flown together on the same plane.
He did. He made it.
Oh, he made it? Respect. Thank God. MLB does it right. How did the Mets do against these boys? They lost 1 because I lost a bet on it.
You watched the Sunday game?
I didn't watch it, but I saw they lost. I think they lost 3-2. In the bottom of the 9th, there was a walk-off.
Yeah, Sean Manaea came back. I was really confused. I turned it on in the 9th inning. I was like, why is Manaea still pitching? They basically used him as a piggyback on Sunday, but they won the first 2 games of the series. Mr. Met falling didn't cause any bad luck, and then got walked off by the Royals. On Sunday, Manaea did pitch really well. He only pitched 3.1 innings, struck out 7 batters, though.
All right. So what about... Wait, why do you mean though? He pitched well, right?
Yeah, he pitched well. He allowed the walk-off, though.
Okay. Manaea did. So he didn't start?
He didn't start. Clay Holmes started.
I guess because going to the All-Star break, you wanted to get him a start. Or you wanted him to pitch, but didn't. You wanted to pitch both of them.
Right.
Smart move. Mets are a smart team.
Yeah. They got a lot of money and they're a smart team.
Senga came back too. I'm assuming Senga pitched well.
Yeah, so he pitched on Friday, I believe, and he only went 4 innings, didn't allow a run though.
Okay. All right.
His ERA is down to 139.
Okay. Because they're fucking babying him, bro. 4 innings. It's bullshit. Same shit with Skeens.
Yeah, what's going on with Skeens? I saw
Skeens?
that.
We'll get to it later, but Skeens might be a fraud. I'm just teasing something an hour into the pod. Stay for
An hour and a half into the pod.
Jeez, bro, this is a long one. We got a lot of shit to cover. This is a funny thing coming out of Mets camp. Edwin Diaz changed the length of his legs to make him better at pitching, and it fucking worked. This guy, okay, so Edwin Diaz, he broke his leg after having after breaking his leg, he had a terrible 2024. He started 2025 poorly, had a 4.91 ERA, a negative WAR, and was walking 12.8% of the batters he faced. Then he realized one day that one of his legs was longer than the fucking other leg. Oh, damn, one of my legs is longer than the other. And this is during a training session with a trainer, noticed it, asked the trainer if it was normal that one leg was longer than the other. Trainer was like, no, actually, most guys have the same length legs. And according to Diaz, quote, we fixed it. So he didn't elaborate at all, but says, yeah, we fixed it that day. The trainer did something that made one of his legs longer or one of them shorter. Hopefully one of them's longer, so he kept his height. But now his legs are the same height, same length. And since then, he has a .36 ERA, a .96 WHIP, has been the second best reliever in the league by WAR. His fastball is still 97, and his slider is fucking nasty. His fastball makes his slider unhittable. He's got 2 pitches. He's just spamming fastball slider. They can't tell the difference. He's been the 7th best reliever. He's got the 7th best fastball amongst relievers. And Edwin Diaz is once again an all-star coming off that broken leg. He's back in the all-star game with 2 legs that are the same height. And it's beautiful to watch. Since April 23rd, through April 23rd, he had a 4.91 ERA, a negative WAR during that time. And he was walking the fuck out of everybody. 12.8 walk percentage. But one leg becomes longer, and we're back. So if anyone on your team, you got a pitcher who's not pitching well, call up, send a letter to the GM, the front office, to tell them we got to check our boys' legs. Because, I'm sure there's a lot of players in MLB who have legs that are longer than the other.
So if batters suck, they need glasses. If pitchers suck, it's because their legs are different
A
lengths.
lot of times it's their leg. It's a lot of times. Sandy Alcantara, check that fucker's legs. Because I'm willing to bet, especially if you're a tall glass of water, legs can throw you off. But going back to the Pirates, what we were saying about Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens goes up 5 innings, gives up 2 runs, so 76 pitches. He adds to the crazy stat of him not getting a win. I think since whatever date it was, I don't know. Paul Skeens pitches great and doesn't get a win. Everyone knows this shit. I wish I had the stat written down to tell you it. But he hasn't won a game since
May 28th was his last win.
Yeah, it was
Since
his ERA.
then, he has a 1.77 ERA and is 0-3.
Can't get a win. She's Geig Verlander, except actually good. But his last 4 starts, he threw 78 pitches over 4 innings. That was a Mizrachi start. Next start, he throws 88 pitches over 5 innings. Next start, pitches 78 pitches. And the next start, 78 pitches. So 3 out of his last 4 starts, that's pretty amazing. 78 pitches on the dot. The other one was 88 pitches. So they're just not letting this guy pitch for shit. Saving his arm, I'm guessing. It's a pitch count thing. I think he led the league in innings.
Yeah, at one point, Schwellenbach and Skeens were 1-2 in innings pitched. Schwellenbach is injured, and Skeens is still pitching. But both of them had no minor league experience coming into the season.
Yeah, you got to save your guys' arms when they're worth, when you're as valuable as Paul Skeens is to the Pirates organization. Obviously, you want to start him and get that bump in attendance and whatnot. You can't just. There's no reason to put Skeens on the bump or on the IL or just not pitch him because you want to save him. But you want to avoid that Tommy John.
So do you think the Pirates are just gonna pitch him 5 innings a game, 80 pitches max for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I bet they have an innings limit on him. They probably only want to pitch 200 innings. And once he gets to 200 innings, around there, they're going to shut him down. But by letting him only pitch 4 or 5 innings a game, that's going to take a lot longer to get to. He's already at 121 innings right now. Tell you what, back in my day, this wouldn't be an issue. You throw that fucker till his arm fall off, and everyone was fine, dude. Everyone was fine. You just throw 100 fucking innings a fucking week, and you're fine. Not anymore, man. Because now they have, what's it called? Microplastics and vaccines. And all everyone's body breaks down. It's bullshit. But we're going to cover that next episode. Our All-Star break episode, we're going to get into that. More vaccine, Fauci, microplastics, that kind of stuff. Because there's a health crisis going on.
Can I say something, boys? I'm excited, dude. This feels like my first All-Star series. I mean, it's like my first time embracing it.
Are you embracing it?
I am. I'm gonna watch the home run derby tonight.
Watch the derb.
What's the next big one that I gotta see?
Then the All-Star game's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's basically just 2 things. All-Star. You got the red carpet. That's red carpet's tomorrow.
Well, we're obviously gonna do a full outfit breakdown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see what Livy's wearing. I'll be pissed if she's not there.
She's got to be there, right?
Yeah, because all the guys, they go on the red carpet, they interviews, then they bring their wives and their girlfriends and their family, and it's
Livy could just be busy though. Livy's
So what if she just does that Paul Skeens costume again?
That would be funny shit, dude.
He dresses up as Paul Skeens.
It would be funny shit. If she went to the red carpet dressed as Paul. She says, "Paul, you're so strong. I want to be just like you."
Have you ever seen that?
I haven't, but that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's really good.
You think they had sex like that?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Paul Skeens is a Christian, sir.
This is a G-rated podcast, Jack. Come on, man.
Paul Skeens is Christian.
Well, technically.
They're not married, dude.
But technically, if it's yourself.
Oh, you... That's a funny loophole.
It's a loophole.
You're allowed to fuck yourself before marriage. There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't do that.
Talk about Paul Skeens.
Put on the All-Star jersey, honey. All right. So Paul Skeens and Livy Dunn, they're the couple to watch, of course, once again, for the red carpet. I can't wait for the red carpet. See the outfits.
When is the red carpet?
It's tomorrow.
Afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
We doing a watch party or what?
Oh, wait, is it today? I just realized today's Monday, not Sunday.
Maybe it is today. When's the fucking red carpet? Isn't it the day of the... It's probably the day of the Derby. It's probably today. I got to get home and watch that. Fuck. Well, we got to talk about the Guardians and White Sox. We can't end it now until we covered the Guardians and White Sox. Guardians have played a lot better lately, even though they are the 29th in average and 26th in runs. They swept the Astros. I covered that. Put up 21 runs against the Astros. Adrian Hauser for the White Sox puked in the dugout after his first inning. Because the White Sox, not a great season, not a good franchise, but they did end the Blue Jays streak. They took off the best team in baseball after Adrian Hauser throws up in the inning and the dugout after the first inning, then just shuts them down for 7 innings. The top offense in baseball, this guy blows chunks and then blows out the Blue Jays. Has a 1.56 ERA this year. Holy shit. He got released by the Rangers, had a 5 ERA in AAA, and now he's pitching for the White Sox, and he's doing amazing. He's not an all-star, though?
No, their all-star is Shane Smith.
Oh, Shane Smith's also a great year. But Hauser, hey, it's 1B for my boys. J-Ram's not skipping the all-star game because he's carried the team and he's tired. He's had 5 home runs this month. He will not be in Atlanta, but good news for the pod. Isaac Paredes, one of the most legendary podcast doesn't exist characters, has replaced him. So love to see that.
Bad news for the pod. He had a family emergency and is skipping the All-Star game.
Fuck! What's the problem with these people and their families?
I mean, the easy solution is you just pick players who don't have families.
You got to. You got to. Isaac Paredes, well, thoughts and prayers to Isaac Paredes. You're still an all-star. Even if you're not in the game, you're still an all-star, and you deserve it. But yeah, J-Rod did well. Guardians take 2 out of 3 of the White Sox. They've played a lot better after that 11-game losing streak. You thought they might be done. Time to sell. Time to sell if you're the Guardians. Like, they don't really have much to sell anyway. I shouldn't say that. I'm sure they got some guys. Clase, could trade him. He's been down. But they've won fucking 6 out of the last 7. Turn shit around. So they're hot going to the All-Star break. Blue Jays, opposite. I wouldn't say they're hot. What, did they lose the series
They
against
lost
A's?
the series against
That
the A's.
sucks.
They go in there. Max Scherzer finally makes it through 6 innings. They win the first game, and then the A's take the last 2. And so the Blue Jays end on a losing streak.
That sucks. Do an impression of the Athletics broadcaster. I'm not going to let you do that, dude. That's disrespectful. Because everyone makes fun of her for being bad. I think she's good.
Yeah. I was just thinking of the one famous call where it's like, hello, Brent Rucker.
It's not your night. Hey, Siri. It's not your night. But yeah. Hey, the Athletics do it. This is a funny stat. You want to hear the most mid stretch of all time? The Athletics. Since they went 1-20, they were terrible. That's the opposite of mid. Not the opposite, but below mid. They got back to mid by playing 18-17. They've been 14th in ERA, 19th in hitting, and 18th in runs. Mid team. But I will say this about the Athletics. Like, they really do, if you look at it. I mean, obviously, they've been not a good team. They have the second worst run differential in the league. Minus 134 run differential, which is fucking crazy. I didn't think it was that bad. But the Athletics are fucking 41-56. And, but bro, like, all these rookies they have are fucking good. Okay, Lawrence Butler is not a rookie. And Lawrence Butler has had a great season. Not a rookie. Last year he was a rookie. But he started off so slow. I want to say, if he's up to a 110 OPS plus, I want to say since June he's been one of the best hitters in the league. Brent Rooker, obviously not a rookie, but he's locked up for the future. He's been amazing. He's an all-star. He's in the home run derby. Is he an all-star?
Rooker's an all-star.
So this is his first all-star game, I want to say. Yes, first all-star game for Brent Rooker. He ain't going anywhere, 30
Second
years old.
all-star game.
His first all-star game for Brent Rooker. They updated this, dude. You're on Baseball Reference. They already updated it.
Yeah, second all-star game.
So it's his first one, dude. Oh, wait, sorry.
It literally says 2.
All right, I disrespected Mitchell for the last time, dude. I apologize. That's the last time I'll ever disrespect Mitchell and his stats.
Today.
He was right, I was wrong. Takes a man to admit when they're wrong. I'm an idiot. So I'm looking at their... Okay, I'm looking
You're
at...
telling me they update. I was like,
I'm like,
yeah,
it
they
only
have.
says one All-Star in this is for the season. Okay, he's only been at one All-Star this season. He only has one All-Star game this season. So
Yeah.
that's what I would meant to say.
Rooker is still one all-star away from tying the most all-star games in the season. A big failing on his part.
Who had 2 All-Star games in a season?
They used to have 2 all-star games in like the 50s and 60s. So like Willie Mays and Hank Aaron have like 2 all-star games a year for 6 years.
But in the modern era, I guess that is also in the expansion era, he's tied for the most All-Star games in a season with 1. So shout out to fucking Brent Rooker, which was the point I was trying to make before we got on this bullshit caveat. Jacob Wilson leads the fucking league in being a beast. He's amazing rookie, could be rookie of the year. And then this new guy, Nick Kurtz, he could be rookie of the year. So they got 2 potential rookie of the years. On top of that, they got Lawrence Butler, who's hitting the crap out of the ball. Shang Bangaliers ain't too bad himself. I don't know if he belongs in this conversation, but Nick Kurtz, Jacob Wilson, and Lawrence Butler could be an amazing core. Like, could be the best Gen Z core going right now. Something to watch in the future for the Athletics. This season might not be your season, but when you go to Vegas, even though you don't deserve it, they could be a good team. I mean, I could see this being a good team.
That would be the worst
I
thing
feel like-
ever.
I think
They
that's
move
gonna
to
happen.
Vegas and immediately are great.
I think that's going to happen. I mean, Jacob Wilson, Lawrence Butler, and Nick Kurtz. It's early. And don't forget about our other boy, Zach Geloff. People were excited about him. I don't know about Geloff.
He hasn't been great. He didn't have a hit for like 30 at bats.
Ooh, come on, Geloff. Step it up.
I got a question for you. Okay, our boy J Miz, the Polish giant, is on a 1-year contract right now, right?
Technically.
What do you mean by technically?
So when players get called up, they're technically on 1-year contracts, and then teams have the right to renew that contract every year for like 6 years. But then at the halfway point, it goes to arbitration, and there's like this whole process where teams have to offer a contract that's like at like 80% market value or 20% market value. And then sometimes it gets really messy and they don't agree on a contract. And then they go to like an arbitration process, and the teams tell an arbiter why they deserve to pay a player $1 million instead of 2.5 million, basically telling the arbiter why that player sucks.
But what you're saying is that he will be playing for the Brewers next year, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a 1-year contract, but it's not. Like,
Okay, I think I see what you're saying because he got brought up.
he gets called up and he's on a 1-year contract for league minimum. Next year they'll renew it probably for a 1-year league minimum. Next year after that it's a 1-year, and teams will like sometimes bump it up to like slightly above, but then arbitration kind of like that's when the player's pay starts to like separate.
Okay, then never mind. I was wondering what this All-Star game could mean for him.
It means a bonus. Like now because of the CBA, pre-arbitration players are what they're called. They get bonus pool money, and that's for like accolades like All-Star appearances, Rookie of the Year finishes. Like if they finish first or second, they'll get a bit of a bonus. So like Paul Skeens last year, I think, made an extra $1 million just by being really good from MLB.
Light work.
But I liked your original theory, Jack. I'm sorry that Mitchell made the facts get in the way of that.
Because I'm thinking, he goes out that they're like, we gotta put him in, he's in, and then he just makes everybody look foolish, dude.
The All-Star game will make him more expensive for the Brewers down the line. So when they hit the arbitration process, J Miz can say, hey, I've got an All-Star appearance from this year. That's why I deserve more money.
So
And the arbiter will be like, yeah, that's true.
So you were thinking that if he had a good performance in the All-Star game, that he could potentially go to the Dodgers next year.
I mean, not the Dodgers. That wouldn't be my first choice for him, for the old J Miz.
Where do you think he should go?
I don't know. I mean, who needs a wild man? Because I've
been thinking about that too. There's a lot of teams that could use a wild man, but some teams are too wild already. But like maybe a more like buttoned up team, you need some wildness in there. Is that what you're thinking?
Like who's hitting but got no defense?
The Diamondbacks.
I mean, he's very snake-like himself. Yeah,
He is a tall, lanky snake, bro. He's Miser. So watch out for that, dude. If he pitches well, I mean, he could be on this trade deadline. Diamondbacks could pick up Mizorowski. Snakes alive, baby. Question for the boys. What's scarier, pointy plane, airplane coming at your general direction, or Mitchell and Jack's financial situation because people aren't sharing enough? I would say their financial fucking situation, dude. Mitchell and Jack you guys slept here last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I slept in the hall. Jack claimed this. He wouldn't let me in.
Alpha.
What are you gonna do?
Alpha.
Funny enough, though, this question is interesting because I actually was in LA last week, and I actually flew a paper airplane because I couldn't afford regular tickets. Yeah.
This guy was on Frontier, baby. Spirit and Frontier.
The final frontier. I walked there.
But yeah, definitely their financial situation sucks. So you gotta please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please leave a 5-star review on Spotify and on
Apple
Podcast. If you don't, it's all right too.
I mean, Jack hasn't had food in 3 days.
Yeah, he's fasting.
Actually, I'm starving right now.
Same, dude. Let's end the fucking podcast. I gotta watch the The Tour de France is on.
There's one more question. CJ Walker, who has the better name, Dickie Lovelady or Miles Mastroboni?
Dickie Lovelady, way better.
Wait, what is that name?
Mastroboni.
Oh, is that actually how you say it, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, that's tough.
You don't trust my pronunciation?
I do not.
There was a Mastroboni beater matchup a couple days ago.
Oh, so that's why they stopped our boy Ben, the announcer for the Braves, got the week off. They knew he was going to make a comment about Miles Mastroboni versus Eric Beater. So they said, you know what? How about you not be on the air
Just
this
stay
week?
home.
Yeah. I would say Dickie Lovelady, man.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would.
So, red
But hey,
carpet.
you know what? CJ Walker, that's not a bad name yourself you got there. I like CJ Walker's name. So
He sounds like a player, doesn't he?
you are a player.
So the All-Star game
Baseball
red
player.
carpet is tomorrow. Tuesday at 2 p.m. live on MLB Network and MLB.com. MLB should be paying us to say this.
And we will be, checking out what people are wearing. We will talk about what Livy Dunn's wearing, what Paul's wearing. If Livy Dunn's not there, the rumors of the breakup, I've been seeing that going around a little bit. However, rest assured, Livy was seen at Paul's last start. They put her on the Jumbotron against the Twins, and they said that they looked alike. Even though it was his last start against the Twins, I don't know if it was the Twins. But there was some rumors that they broke up because Livy was posting some stuff on Instagram without him, at the beach without him, on like something, maybe a vacation without him. Maybe people will set off some alarms.
I can't believe Paul Skeens didn't go on that vacation with her.
Yes, right. Come on. But you know how people are. You know how people, rush to assumptions. But she hadn't posted Paul in a while. But
Hey, maybe Paul took the pictures, What about that?
I don't think Paul's that type of guy.
I'm sure he's not, in fact.
Do you think Paul, how many of her TikToks do you think Paul Skeens filmed?
I think
Probably
Paul
more
has
than
a
you-
flip phone.
He doesn't do social media. He's been clear about that. He does pitching and yard work and war history about the Air Force, but not a lot of Instagram. However, when the babe says, "Can you take a picture of me?" What are you going to say? No?
I can see Paul Skeens saying no.
Yeah, I really could too. He's quite the power player.
Of all the people to say no to your girlfriend, I can see Paul Skeens going, why would I do that?
Hey. Gotta respect it. All right, that's our episode. We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not tomorrow. Well, who knows? Fuck it. Who knows?